Welcome to another episode of Mindful Molly with me, Molly Kaluve, a space that challenges growth, self-awareness, and reflection in the most mindful way possible. Before I get into the episode, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's been showing the podcast love, that's been sharing it with friends, family, whoever, and even those of you that took the time out just to hit me up and give me some feedback on what you thought of the previous episodes. I really appreciate each and one of y'all, and I'm so grateful for each and one of y'all. Episodes will still be dropping every Friday, 9 p.m. Kenyan time, so look out for that. Okay, so without saying too much, let's get into today's affirmations. On today's episode, I'll be talking, a little bit about the power of community and the reason we need other people in our lives to grow, to enrich ourselves, and the importance of supporting others and uplifting them. So today's affirmations will work a little bit different. Instead of the typical affirmations, I just want to challenge each and every one of y'all, as soon as you hear this, to reach out to your loved ones, to reach out to your teammates, business partners, whoever they are in your life, and just speak good words into them. Acknowledge their success. Just show them how much you truly appreciate them. That's what I'm going to be doing for y'all today. That's my challenge that I'm giving you guys today with today's affirmations. I just wanted you guys to be able to speak those type of affirmations into the people around you and not just for yourself. So without saying too much, we're going to get right into today's episode. So today's episode, we're talking about no man is an island, and what no man is an island basically means is that no one is self-sufficient and everybody relies on others. And it means a lot to me because it also, I'm a big fan of history. I'm a big fan of how things were before. And it was actually part of a poem or essay by John Donne. And that context was a bit more historical, talking about like countries and isolationism, that kind of thing. But, it's always very, possible to apply that to everyday life and just how the world works. So, in the poem, he talks about how we can't be by ourselves. We're not sufficient enough to just be alone. And I always link it to how right from birth, we are dependent on another being. When we're born, we're dependent on our mothers. We're dependent on somebody to care for us because we can't care for ourselves at that stage. And because of that, I've always believed that, just by the simple nature of how we come into this earth, how we have to, how we're raised, what makes us us, we don't make ourselves, our environment, the people around us. That's literally what forges, us to become the people we are now, the people we are today. So just by that very nature, you can't, be on some isolationist type of mentality where you think that you're solely responsible for, who you are today. Because people have influence. People have influence over you. It's more about picking the people who have the right type of influence over you. And in the same poem, John Donne also says, every man is a piece of the continent. We're all a part of this world. We're all a part of this, spiritual plane, whatever, you'd like to describe it as. We're all a part of it. And I'm somebody that believes in energy. So, energy needs balance. And we all independently, in our own ways, help balance the energy that is around. And, by that nature, we all depend on each other to just sustain life, to move forward, to grow, to proceed. Like, we need to, yeah? We need each other to continue with life, to continue with whatever journeys we're on, and all of that. And then, the poem keeps going, and he also talks about no one suffers alone, and being aware of another's pain only makes you stronger and more able to live. And that's where empathy comes in. When you understand people's emotions better, when you understand people's situations, you also have the opportunity to learn from them. The reason why we're able to really step into some of the shoes of people who've made certain mistakes or people who've succeeded in certain lifestyles, That's part of empathy. We understand the feeling state. We understand the caution, we understand the dangers. We understand the mistakes they made. And from that, we actually are able to learn. We learn from other people's pains. We learn from other people's mistakes. And from that, we're able to proceed and become stronger. We know not to do what they did, because, you're able to place yourself in a situation and understand that is wrong for you. But yeah, if I'm not making sense yet, it will come. Don't worry. Yeah. And when I read that poem and when I think about all those words, yeah, I came up and also got, of course, ideas from other people. And I just came up to the conclusion that if I'm thinking about life, if I'm thinking about, how my life, my journey, all of that, it's basically like a ship. Yeah. And on a ship, yes, you have the captain, but you also have the crew. You can't single-handedly, run the ship by yourself. You can't be the only one on the ship and expect it to actually go anywhere. You need people to set up the flags, look out for this, look out for that, steer, the ship. You can't be at multiple places at the same time, and you need your crew. You need people to support you in your journey. And that's basically how, life is. And the thing is, I understand that a lot of people understand that. I know a lot of people understand that they need their crew to live their life. But I'm not talking about, and that's not what I'm trying to dwell on. That's not what I'm really trying to talk about. What I'm trying to talk about is where the true problem lies. And that's when the script is flipped and you become part of somebody else's crew and realize that not everything is about you. It's not only your ship on the sea. There's other people's ships. And you might just be the crew on somebody else's ship. Somebody might need you or ask you to be part of the crew. And we're so quick to recruit our own personal crew, kick people off, by cutting them off, beg for support, ask people to come into our lives, expect them to stay, and help us on our voyage, which is basically our journey through life. But the second somebody else asks you to take a step onto their ship, and become part of their crew, we don't want to help. We don't want to do it. And for me, it's one of two reasons. It's actually, two reasons. One, it's either you realize that it doesn't benefit you. And this realization, I won't even call it a realization. It just appears to you that it doesn't benefit you because you're so caught up in making it about you, growing by yourself, moving forward by ourselves, wanting to reach certain levels by ourselves, that the moment we realize that we could be helping somebody else and, it doesn't quote unquote benefit us, yeah, we don't want to do it anymore. And the reason I choose to say it doesn't appear to benefit us is because I truly believe if you're able to help somebody else, you can learn from them. And not only learn from them, you also uplift yourself. That's a new connection. That's a new person who's probably going to be, a crew that join your crew and help you with your ship. You're actually both helping each other grow and move forward together, but you just don't realize it because you're more focused on the fact that you're directly helping them. You don't realize how it's indirectly helping you. And then the other reason why I feel like people just decide not to help and, they're like, nah, I don't want to join your crew. I don't want to help you, become successful. I don't want to help you with your business. I don't want to pour into you, in whatever you're doing is, again, part of the first one, yeah? It benefits someone else. So the first one is it doesn't benefit you. The second one is it benefits someone else. Sometimes, and the reason why this is the second one and it's not the same as the first one is sometimes things do benefit us and you realize that this opportunity, this thing I could be doing, it benefits me. But the second you realize that it's also somebody else that's going to benefit from what you're doing, you're like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. Or nah, I'm not going to do it. As a creative, the amount of times you see artists and you're like, okay, could you do this for me? Could you put this out there for me? And, I could help you with something else, whatever. So I'm also benefiting them, helping them out. The second they realize that this could help me and this could help me grow or maybe even potentially grow bigger than them, they're like, nah, I don't want to do it. That's not what I'm into. I don't want to do that kind of thing. And it's not even the type of I don't want to do it because, of good reasons. It's more I don't want to do it because I'm not trying to help you blow up. And that happens when you're in the same line of work a lot of the time with different people. And not only that, sometimes you will, and I've seen this a lot, especially, me and my business partners, we're talking about this all the time, is that you offer an opportunity to somebody, an opportunity that will help them, And the moment they see or sniff the possibility of it benefiting you, which is not hidden, it's not hidden, they don't want to do it anymore. And it's like this could be a life-changing decision that helps you and grows you and takes you to different heights. But the fact that it's benefiting you, you don't want to do it anymore. And that leads me to the second part of what happens when we decide to be, this island where we let people help us with our island. We want to pull people in to help us with our ship. We want people in our crew, but we don't want to help others with their ship. And what happens with that is, one, you block your blessings. Especially that second one I was talking about it benefits someone else, even though it might be benefiting you. People miss out on so many opportunities, life-changing opportunities, due to the simple fact that whatever they're doing might benefit somebody else as well as themselves. And because of that, they don't want to do it. I've witnessed people miss multi-million-dollar opportunities. And I'm not even joking, multi-million-dollar opportunities simply because it would have helped somebody else. And not even that much. It would have helped them more than the other person. But due to this, this selfish mindset that we've created, and then we constantly try to say that human beings are inherently selfish, which is not true, by the way. We decide to, block our own blessings because we don't want to help somebody else. Because we're so fixed on blocking somebody else's blessings. 2, when you become this type of person, that's how you lose connections. When you look at people who are like this, people who don't want to help somebody else, they're always talking about fake friends. Everybody, I cut off everybody. Everybody's moving mad. I don't care about what anybody says. All I care about is me. That kind of thing. They live such bitter lifestyles because they don't realize. And no, they do also realize sometimes. They keep blocking other people's blessings, but expect people to keep pushing for their vision, for their dream. That's not how it works. And that leads into the third thing. You start attracting also the wrong kind of people. When you become that negative person who doesn't want to see people win, who doesn't want to support your friends in their businesses, who doesn't want to, help other people on their journey, support them on their journey, even if it doesn't benefit you, you also start to attract those kind of people into your life. You start trying to attract people, attracting people who just want you to be in their life to help them with a certain kind of thing, to do something for them, And it just becomes a vicious cycle. And that's how people create the wrong kind of energy around themselves. So with that being said, all I'm saying is support the people around you as much as you want them to support you. And this is not tit for tat. It's about realize that no man is an island. They need your support, and you need theirs. So help each other, uplift each other, And also don't block your blessings just because something might benefit somebody else. You helping somebody get into a better position might also help you. So stop for a second and stop with this, selfish mindset. Stop, being all about you and constantly thinking about you, and start thinking about a collective. Start thinking in an us mentality. And one thing I know for sure, and over the time, I was at a point, a while back where I was pretty selfish. I only thought about me, my emotions, my feelings, my vision, my dreams. But the second I started thinking about it in an us perspective, the opportunities, the people that were stepping into my life is life-changing, I no longer thinking about how projects just benefit me. I'm thinking about the bigger picture. I see the bigger vision. I see how many people I can impact. I see how many people I can work with. And that's how it should be with everything, even the smallest things. Work more on, building yourself and others than just yourself. Because when you uplift the people around you, they're able to also uplift you. And you take each other and you keep building each other to higher levels. So with that being said, be kind, be compassionate, be loving, be grateful, be mindful, and be conscious. And take care.